The Bible is not a book, but a person, Rabbis and Jesus. Hello, I'm Pastor Haegung Cho. What do you feel when you hear the title Rabbi? Originally, this term means my great one. But first-century rabbis were not just teachers of knowledge. They showed how the Word of God manifests in human life. They were living Bibles themselves. Surprisingly, first-century rabbis left no written records. Why was that? It's because they had two kinds of Torah, the written Torah and the spoken oral Torah. That was the reason. Chaim Maccoby said, "The oral Torah is a living and growing law. Since fixed rules cannot contain all of life's complex problems, they expressed how to live the Word through their speech and life. Their teaching method was clear. Instead of telling disciples to memorize this, they set an example and said, 'Look, this is how we live.'" Jacob Neusner said something even more shocking. Seeing a disciple of a sage die is like seeing a Torah scroll being burned. In other words, the rabbi's existence itself was the Torah. Friends, the oral Torah was not letters on paper. It was the rabbi's footsteps, their gaze at their disciples, and their conversations with suffering neighbors. The Bible is not homework to be finished, but life to be translated into our daily existence. Through this process of living dialogue and debate, rabbis made the Word become character. Now look at Jesus from this perspective. Jesus perfectly followed this rabbinic pattern. He taught on the road, not in a school, and left not a single line of record. He passed on the truth orally, face to face with his disciples. God's truth coming to us not as letters, but as the person of Jesus Christ. This is the pinnacle of oral culture, the Incarnation. In this chapter, we met historians, philosophers, and rabbis. What they say in common is clear. Orality precedes the written word, and wisdom is born in the space where people meet. Is our church today trapped in one-way sermons? What we need is not more information, but a community that debates and lives out the Word together. I also ask myself, what kind of oral Torah am I leaving behind? I hope the life you and I live today becomes the most clearly read Word of God for someone else.